Meanwhile, in Grand Rapids, an investigation is underway after police say a man was shot and killed after he shot at police first during a confrontation. 13 on your side's Peter Elliott joins us now with more on that story.
Lauren, 3 officers from GRPD were following the man as he drove away from his house. They made what the department's deputy chief calls a high-risk stop. That is when the shooting happened.
I just know that they fired multiple rounds, multiple officers, multiple rounds.
A 51-year-old man shot and killed by 3 Grand Rapids police officers on the city's west side Saturday afternoon. Police say the man allegedly fired at officers with a handgun after he was stopped in his vehicle on the 1700 block of Tremont Boulevard Northwest.
They were able to render aid to the subject, and he was transported to the hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries.
It all started earlier in the day, around noon, when officers responded to a call from a woman reporting a domestic situation. From a different address, she reported that the man had a weapon. Officers tried to talk with the man at his home on the 700 block of Strobel Avenue.
At that time, he refused to come to the door, answer any questions. At that time, the officers' hands were pretty much tied. There was nothing else for them to follow up on at that point.
Joe Trigg, the deputy chief of the Grand Rapids Police Department, says the situation escalated a few hours later. Just before 4 p.m., the woman called police again, saying the man was threatening to kill himself in text messages.
So the officers responded back out to the address to try to make contact, check the welfare, and further investigate this domestic.
Trigg says that officers were watching the house when they saw the man get into a car.
And the suspect exits his house, gets in his vehicle, and starts to leave. So that's why they initiate the high-risk traffic stop, and that's when the encounter takes place.
The shooting took place just a half-mile away from the man's home. Police say he fired at officers from inside his car.
At that point, our officers returned fire and struck the subject.
The man's name has not been released. Trigg says situations like this can escalate quickly.
We all know in this profession, if you've been doing it long enough, domestic violence are going to be some of the most violent cases that you go on. The potential is there. There's passion, there's emotion involved, so they're aware of that, and they fall back on their training.
The 3 officers involved have been placed on administrative leave, as is policy. Michigan State Police are investigating the shooting. In the newsroom, I'm Peter Elliott, 13 on your side.